Well, hi there, I'm Lindsley, and this is Kitchen in the Pink. Did you miss me? I missed you. Time for another recipe. Today is in honor of my grandma. This is a cookbook that her ladies of the committee put together for the Mass Eye and Ear Infirmary, which she was a volunteer for. And what's hilarious is that my grandma didn't cook, but she did help put together this lovely cookbook. So this recipe is from 1980, but I changed it and I made it my own. And what it is homemade crackers. They're little cheddar bites. They're amazing. They're savory. They're great for an appetizer with a glass of wine. They're just yummy. So let's make them, okay? Okay. All right, very simple. I've got my mixer. I have got 1 cup of flour. And I've got my paddle attachment here. But you could use your regular mixer, that's fine. A cup of flour, and I'm going to put in 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. This is sharp cheddar, 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. You could use Gruyere, as long as it's shredded. And then I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan to give it a little kick. So that's going right in there. Oh, my dog is drinking water. Do you hear her? Gotta love being at home. Okay, then we're gonna add to that 1 tablespoon of fresh chives. This is chopped fresh chives. Winnie, are you enjoying your water? Hilarious, right? Okay, and then we're gonna add 1 container, I should say a little packet here, of Lipton onion soup. Who doesn't remember Lipton onion soup, right? So I'm gonna pop that in here, put that over there. Pop this open, this in here. Yep. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of paprika. Goes right in. You know what? I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon. Just looking at it now, I'm like, I don't know. So I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Okay. Now there's already salt in here because the Lipton onion soup has a lot of salt in it. It's actually the second ingredient is salt. So I don't add salt. What I do add is though is some pepper. So I'm gonna grind that pepper in. Your friends will be so impressed that you made homemade crackers. They'll be like, oh my God, you're amazing. And you'll be like, right? Okay, pepper. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna mix that up. That's all I'm gonna do. I almost forgot my butter. Can you imagine if I forgot my butter? It wouldn't come together. This is 1/2 cup, which is 1 stick of butter at room temperature. So it's soft. Okay, that goes in there. Gotta have a binding ingredient, right? Kind of hard to bind it if you don't have something to do that. Okay, that goes in here. And we're gonna whir this up. You wanna make sure it's binding. Gonna check the consistency. Oh yeah. And it doesn't have to fully combine in here because you can mold it once you've got all the ingredients together, which I'm gonna do right now. So I've got plastic wrap here. Got a nice generous portion of plastic wrap. Okay, let me put my thing over here. Take this out, this down. Okay. And now I'm going to just take my spatula and take all this ingredients. It's not fully combined, so I'm going to combine it a little bit more. Now I'm just going to take my hands. Make sure your hands are clean. No picking of the nose, no scratching of the butt. Kind of gross. Okay. So I'm just going to take this like a ball, like this. And again, don't worry if it's kind of crumbly because it will bake just fine, just like this. Now I'm gonna take this, and I'm basically gonna make a giant log. This is really fun. Kids love to do this part too, so it's fun to do with a little kid. Who doesn't love, you know, it's like Play-Doh basically. I'm gonna take all of this and make 1 big log. Now, in terms of the circumference of it, ooh, that sounded dirty. Of your log, of your long log. You want it to be the consistency of like what your cracker to be, the circumference of it. So the width of it needs to be the width of like what you want your cracker to be. All right, I'm almost done. The last of my little ingredients here, coming together nicely in my log. I like to use everything. I don't like to waste, so I'm getting every crumb in there. Okay. And then basically, that looks pretty good. I am going to just wrap this up with my tin foil into a big log. And you can even roll it around a little bit so that it's nice and round, just like a cracker would be. So fun to play with. Looky what I got, Mom. Okay, all right, I'm having way too much fun with my log. So this is just gonna go in the fridge till it's chilled and firm, which is usually about an hour. You could also make this ahead. You can make it the night before and then slice and bake when you want them. So we're gonna put this in the fridge, and when we come back, we're gonna bake them up.